seminars, communications, electronic network. For example, we were talking about our brother in Peru. His name is Mario. You see, you have a brother who has a difficulty in Peru. But his difficulty is our difficulty, not just your difficulty as Passionists, because he is doing the work for all of us. He is representing all of us. So the campaigns that we organize, for example, JUICE will try to organize some sort of a consciousness-raising campaign at the international level. If the more connected we are with one another as international religious congregations, the more support we can get from around the world for any one of our brothers or sisters, for different situations that we're working in. If we're not connected, we can't have the same force. We are over nearly 1 million religious men and women around the world. But part of the difficulty I find is that we are very disconnected, because we work very individualistically, even in our parish level, for example. You just look at, even I imagine it's the same for you as Passionists as it is for Franciscans. We have a common spirituality, but we're very provincial. We work very much at the local level, but we don't think at a much broader level. So I keep saying to our international promoters, to talk to the brothers. You are working locally, but you have to have an international perspective on things. Because what's happening at the local level, as Superior General was saying, very often is the effects of decisions that are being made at other levels. So we can work 24 hours a day trying to improve the situation of the people that we're working with. But if we take our eye off the other perspectives, the situation continues to get worse. And instead of feeding 100, we end up feeding 200 and 300 and 400. We have to get to the causes and try to influence the causes. So our campaigns, these are one of the ways that we can do it, by sending letters, by showing that we're concerned. If, for example, our brother in Peru and the government in Peru knows that religious Christians around the world are concerned, that they're listening, that they're looking, that's going to probably not always change the situation, but it has a better chance of improving the human rights situation. It has a better chance of preserving the life of one of our brothers. I remember in Brazil one time, one of our brothers who works with the Landas, his life was threatened. He was shot. And we organized an international campaign. A couple of days later, he was called by the Minister for Agriculture for the Brazilian government and the President of Brazil to come to speak to them about what was happening. Now that probably will not change the reality totally on the ground, but it is a way of trying to influence policy. And we can't do that if we're alone and isolated. So the more we can become open-minded, the more we can become aware of the potential of connections that we have. That's one of the reasons that I accepted to come and do this job. It is hugely frustrating because you are dealing with so many different spiritualities and so many different mentalities. But the vision is, if we can only get it right some of the time, if we can actually collaborate and agree to work together some of the time, we can really change things. We can help to change things. So that's really the campaigns and the communication which is so important.